Hey everyone, Eric Nelson here once again, and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. For today, I will be doing another book review on Tegon Maus's Bob. Now, before I get into the description of the book and the plot and its actual characters, I would like to clear something up. On my Amazon review, I have the title of my review a science fiction story for everyone. Well, that may be misinterpreted as a science fiction movie for the whole family. Well, no, it's not, because there is a fair share of swearing and a little bit of sexual content. So I mean, not a whole lot, but enough where it does not make a sci-fi book for the whole family. But what I meant by that title of my Amazon review is simply this: it's a science fiction story where, if anybody interested in science fiction over a certain age, like 15 or 16, anyone who's able to read maybe like a PG-13, well, anybody who's interested in science fiction, you will be able to understand the science part of the science fiction, because there is a couple of characters in here who are scientists and who get real technical with their wording, where they don't break it down and word it so that everybody can understand if they do not understand all that scientific work. But in this book, Tegon Maus has characters who do not understand a lot of science, who do not understand a lot of science and a lot of facts about science. So he says, he has the actual characters say, kid, could you please break that down? I still don't understand. So in essence, everyone can read it except for little kids. So now that we have that clear, the actual book, Bob, is centers around a young reporter by the name of Peter Anderson, who actually goes to this one professor named Donald Thorpe, who works for the government, and who has this footage that shows not something that is totally identifiable, but since it looks like something that we can sort of like put two and two together, the equation comes out to it being the possible presence of aliens. Now, since Professor Thorpe won't give the exact discovery of the footage, or in essence where he actually got the footage, uh, both Anderson and his driver Bob, the title character of the novel, they actually go back to Thorpe's headquarters to actually do some more investigating, and he, along with one of Bob's cousins, they actually rescue a woman who's being held prisoner there. But once they free her, and as they are leaving the headquarters, she actually casts a spell on them, and then the next thing that they know it, they are waking up in their hotel room. So I'm gonna stop right there, because I feel that if I reveal any more, you'll know a little too much, and you may not want to read the entire book. And I want you guys to read this book. I mean, I think that, like, a lot of genres, in particular science fiction, are kind of dying down, because me personally, I just think that there's a lot of genres, including science fiction, that aren't having a lot of original stories. They're either doing complete remakes or they're reinventing an original idea, but it's just so obvious that it's just a reinvention. Here, of course, is an original story. Oh, and one thing I have to add: the secondary character Bob, he's a Russian, and there's a couple of other Russian characters, in particular, a couple of Bob's cousins. Not all of them, but some of them are. And I like this one motif that Tegon Maus puts in the book, and that is having aliens and Russians in here, because it just sort of like reminded me that America had a couple of like public fears, and actually two of these that occurred in the 30s and then sort of escalated into the 1950s, which was in the 30s. There was the Red Scare, which was the fear of Russia and the whole idea of like communism taking over America. And then of course with Orson Welles's radio show War of the Worlds, that one radio program, people thought that we were really being attacked by aliens. And then of course in the 1950s, the height of the Cold War escalated, along with a lot of science fiction movies and horror stories and TV shows. So I kind of like that idea of the combination of 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 two of the most popular American fears. In essence, is there a connection between the Russians and the aliens in this book? Well, as I said before, I won't say any more about the plot or the characters, because it's well worth the reading. But I will bring this one thing up. Isn't it a little odd that the title character of the book is a secondary character and not the main character? Well, I hope you guys get this book anywhere, because it is available anywhere, and I hope to see you all at the bookstore or the iBookstore.